Oh, wow.
I'm practicing.
You noticed you did that, right? You know what?
Hey.
Wonderful. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call to order the special meeting of the Mayor and Council, January 18th, 2018. Madam Clerk.
I just want to state that Mayor Kranjak will be available and is available on the telephone. I will take roll call. Mayor Kranjak?
Present by phone. Good morning, everyone.
Councilperson Aversa is not present. E. Park? Here. O? Here. McMorro?
Here.
M. Park?
Here.
Wu?
Here.
Borough Attorney is not present. Borough Administrator? Here. Municipal Clerk?
Thank you. I'd like to, leave everyone in the flag salute this time. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Madam Clerk, can you read the resolution? Oh, sorry about that. Can I have a motion to open to the public?
No.
That's what I said first. Can you read the open public meeting?
That's what you meant.
I apologize, that's what I meant.
I know. Adequate notice of this meeting was given to the press and posted as required. Date and time of this meeting was legally given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act. This notice is on file with the municipal clerk and posted on the bulletin board. Minutes of this meeting will be made available to the public upon the completion. Minutes of this meeting will be made available to the public upon the completion of typing in proofreading by the municipal clerk.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask for a motion to go into closed session. If we're going to have public comments after we come back out, if that's okay with everyone?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
May I read the resolution?
Yes, please.
Resolution 1837. Whereas the mayor and council of the Borough of Englewood Cliffs has deemed it necessary to go into closed session to discuss certain confidential matters. Whereas the minutes of the closed session will remain confidential as permitted under the Open Public Meetings Act, or shall be released when there is no further need for confidentiality as authorized by the borough attorney. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and council of the Borough of Englewood Cliffs will go into closed session for the following matters as permitted under Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, pending litigation regarding Borough of Englewood Cliffs docket number BERL 6119-15 affordable housing. And once the borough attorney arrives, she'll go directly into closed session with us.
Thank you. Okay.
I will also be disconnecting the mayor. Mayor, we'll call you back once we come out of close.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. And we are back on, and the mayor is on the phone. Motion to come out of closed session?
So moved.
Second. Was that Gloria?
Yep.
And who seconded?
Ellen.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to open to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Thank
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any member of the public that wishes to speak, please raise their hand, come have a seat at the table.
Adonis Morfessus, 26 John Street, Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. Good morning. I'd like
morning.
to congratulate you folks for hiring another attorney. I think it's very smart, very prudent. I do have a question, though. I believe we're making a proposal that the Lions Club be for senior citizen housing. Am I correct in that? Is that what's been proposed to the court?
That's not entirely correct, and I cannot go into any type of details at this
Fine.
point unless I clear that
Because what I was
statement.
going to say, if that is part of our motion or whatever, then we shouldn't be doing work on it. Because
The borough's not doing work on it. The borough's not doing work.
the borough is not doing work. Your tenant's doing work without insurance. You have a month-to-month tenant who's doing work there.
They have insurance.
I don't know if they have it, they don't, but Normandy is not stupid. And I know of Normandy, and they do put private guys to look at certain things. If that is the case, let's cover ourselves. I'm not saying one way or the other. But Normandy-
Clarify for the Lions Club, because this came up at the last meeting. The Lions Club had some water damage apparently, and this is why I know they have insurance, because it's actually the insurance company, restoring what they lost.
Okay,
So not knowing when we would move forward, or have to move forward with our plan, because as we were diligently working on it, the Lions Club had already received their insurance coverage for it. So what they're doing is, it's either send the money back, or fix what was damaged.
100%.
So they chose to fix what was damaged, to get the most use out of the building on a month-to-month basis, until such time as the borough says, we need the land, and it's at their risk, they were told that.
well, no, I understand.
Yeah,
Thank you.
But they do
I
have
didn't know.
insurance. That's
And
okay,
they
I
have
just wanted to
insurance, that's fine.
clarify, because it did
But
come up at last
That was
meeting.
my only thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're there. I understand they're
Right.
month to month. But Normandy is not a slouch. I know they've done work in Manhattan. They bought some properties that had mortgages on. And I know these people. And these people don't play. They put private investigators, they look at certain things, and they follow through. And they give you a surprise at the end of the day. Thank you very much. I'm
Thank
sorry I
you.
bothered you.
No, no bother at all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes?
Lauren Eastwood, Four Willow Drive. At the last few meetings, we've had people here saying that Normandy doesn't do residential, and that they're only doing it because the planning board turned them down. I did a couple of very simple Google searches, one for Normandy Realty Residential and one for Normandy Real Estate Partners Residential this morning. I didn't have a lot of time to Google. I quickly found 3 residential holdings. One is in Harrison, New York, where, with a partner, they knocked down an office building on Corporate Park Drive on Harrison's Platinum Mile, and are building a 421-unit rental residential property named the Caraway in partnership with Toll Brothers, which is a residential builder. In New York City, they owned 42 buildings with 1,700 residential units in a pool called the Three Borough Pool, and they were in partnership with a company called Westbrook Partners. There's a fair amount about that. They were denied rent increases at 1511 to 1521 Sheridan Avenue in the Bronx, after the tenants there said they hadn't made the improvements they were seeking rent increases for. And another property, they had to pay $1 million to settle tenant lawsuits over overcharges and illegal fees. In Needham, Massachusetts, they are redeveloping a former General Dynamics complex into Center 128, which is a mixed-use project including residential in partnership with Westbrook Partners, and Toll Brothers is building apartments there. So the fact that they are not residential is simply not true. They are residential, they do residential, which brings up my second point. In the last few years, we have had several applications before the planning board for 700 and 800 Sylvan Avenue. During the Parisi administration, 700 Sylvan Avenue was first approved for renovations without the required parking under our ordinances. They claimed they didn't need it. About a year later, they came back and said they needed a parking garage because they needed more parking. And that's the parking garage that is there now. I now wonder if this parking garage at 700 Sylvan Avenue was built because they were looking to remove the deed restriction on 800 Sylvan Avenue. And there is now a question that I would like the council to investigate. And it's a very serious question because of all of the flipping and flopping and the interplay between what happened at Sylvan and what they may now seek to do at 800 Sylvan. I would like to know, was there perjury during one or both of the applications for 700 Sylvan Avenue and/or the application for 800 Sylvan Avenue? Testimony at the planning board is under oath, and I would like the council to look into whether there has been perjury on those applications.
Excuse me, when was the application for 700 Sylvan Avenue?
They were during Joe Parisi was still the mayor. But it was
No,
relatively-
do we have it?
It was...
Is it a year? What year are we talking?
I'd have to look it up.
Oh.
But it was for the renovations that are current, that are about completed at 700, so it's relatively recent.
Catherine, can you ask Kathy for those dates of those applications, just to know?
There would be resolutions, too.
Okay.
There would be resolutions if they had approval.
Anyone else from the public like to speak? Seeing and hearing none, I ask for a motion to close.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, at this point, Madam Clerk, I'm going to ask you to read Resolution 18-38.
1838. Appoint Jeffrey R. Serenian Esquire of Jeffrey R. Serenian and Associates LLC as co-counsel for defense of COA litigation. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Councilpersons E. Park?
Yes.
O.
Yes.
McMorro?
Yes.
M. Park?
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Okay, next resolution is 1839. Authorize the Borough Administrator to solicit and appoint an alternate COA litigation planner for the purpose of defending of the borough during COA litigation and possibly thereafter. I need a motion.
So moved. Second.
Councilpersons E. Park?
Yes.
O.
Yes.
McMorro?
Yes.
M. Park?
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Passes. No further resolutions.
Okay, at this point, I have a prepared statement that I would like to read for the purposes of the public that watch the videos that we now provide, and I think it's important that they hear from the governing body a statement. And I'm making this statement for the record. Of course, this is my opinion, but this is a statement that I feel I need to say. With what Englewood Cliffs is facing, this is a time that as a town, we should be united, show unity, and support those of us in charge that have found ourselves in the position of working on this situation. Instead, I am seeing that members of this town are sending out literature and making phone calls to residents and spreading a false narrative, what I believe is a false narrative, in the hope of dividing us and causing fear and havoc. Please understand that we are working very hard. I will specifically say that the mayor, myself, and the borough administrator, along with the attorney that is working on this and the planner, I want to thank our administrator, Catherine Steinell, for working with me throughout this entire weekend to ensure that everything was ready for this special meeting today. We are taking this subject very seriously, and this continual spreading of a false narrative does not help our residents. Please understand that we've been instructed by our attorneys what we can and cannot speak about. And that is for, everyone understands when you're in litigation, there are things you can and cannot say. What I would like to say, and what I personally believe, and this is my opinion, that there have been two plans going concurrently so that the most amount of money possible can be reaped. I believe that they are using one plan to get the benefit of another plan, and that is just plain wrong. I believe that they do not want to do office space because they can make more money as a real estate investment trust company and put residential housing on that site. But what I would like to say is that we are ready to go forward right now to work with Normandy as to how best develop that property at 800 Sylvan for office and business purposes. We have already met with them and want to continue to meet with them as soon as possible on a discussion of office and business development on that site. And I hope that that puts a lot of these rumors to rest. The people that are spreading these rumors really should be coming to us if they have any ideas that could be productive instead of trying to harm the good residents of this town by creating fear. That's all I have to say on that statement. And the mayor has...
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Carol. Can I just add something to that? And I appreciate you saying that because it's important for people to understand that the things that you get in your mailboxes are made up. They're not facts. And if history predicts the future, you'll keep getting those false narratives from the same people that you've gotten them from in the past. Council President McMorrow just mentioned that we had met with Normandy, and we will be meeting with them again next week to try to resolve this for the best of the borough. So we look forward to doing it, and we'll keep you informed. Again, we will keep you informed because we have the facts. The people who go home and write things have no facts. They just make up their facts. So thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
And thank you, Mayor, for all of your efforts in, doing what we know is in the best interest of the borough in getting this solved. Thank you. On that note, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Thank you.
There's a meeting next week. I thought that